Hello Pisces, and welcome to your May 2020 Tarotscope. So the overall energy of May looks like it's going to be a little bit of a struggle. And I always get knocked for a loop because I'd rather be the voice of high hope and bliss and happiness, but sometimes we get these messages of, look, this is the shit that's looking like is in your future. These are the rocks, the stumbling blocks, the mountains that you're going to have to face. And the foresight can sometimes be nice because then you can kind of prepare yourself and hopefully kind of pull on some reserves of mental strength and support surrounding you. But so this is the overall energy, and I'm sure some of you may even see that within the cards. But let me go ahead and tell you what the cards are specifically saying. So right away, I feel like somewhere towards the beginning, it might not be the first week of May, or at the beginning of the first week of the May. It might be towards, the end of that first week. But we have the Eight of Cups energy, and these don't go by each week, but this is just where I feel that this Eight of Cups energy is going to be. And there's just this overall sense of needing to walk away from something. And for some of you, I feel like it's needing to walk away from social media, needing to walk away from media in general. There's just this overall push that you have to sort of take out some of the IV plugs that you have been tapped into, or is being tapped into you, one way or the other, however you may want to look at that. But there's a source that you're getting, that you are taking from, that you need to walk away. There are cups that you are drinking from that you need to walk away. They are not serving you. It'd be like taking a drink of salt water. It seems like it's a good idea because it's water, but in the grand scheme of things, you shouldn't drink salt water, at least not heavy induced salt water unless you're severely lacking in sodium. But that's a medical thing, and I'm not a medical doctor, so we'll just leave that there. At any rate, so there's just some things that you need to be walking away from. You need to just let them where they are and walk away. And I feel like you know what it is, but I feel strongly that for a great many of you, it's just your source of information, and it's really starting to taint your connections, not just from an intuitive perspective, but also a spiritual perspective and an emotional perspective, and it's having a trickle effect. So you need to set those cups down and walk away. Once you do that, we have the King of Pentacles that can come as a result of walking away, and this really sets into becoming a master of your security, your sense of security. Pentacles being that sort of earth energy, being that grounding energy. You're going to get a sense of being able to reevaluate and see your foundation for what it is, and becoming a master of that, becoming a master of making sure that everything that you kind of bring into your life, into your existence, is what feeds you to feel more stable and more secure. You're going to have moments that you really see this. You're going to have moments where you can see your roots for what they are, and you can feel self-assured, and you can feel confident in them. But despite this, you're also going to we have the Eight of Swords, moments where you still feel trapped. And in those moments, it gets kind of frustrating, and it makes it so you might go back to some of those sources that you were using before. So this Eight of Swords and this Eight of Cups, you're going to be kind of going back and forth, and in between you have those moments where you're rooted in your own personal sense of stability and security. So you walk away, you feel sense and secure, you get kind of complacent in that sense of security, and that's followed eventually with kind of getting in your own head and having this narrative that kind of pops up in your head, and in the process of that you feel the sense of being trapped. You return to those cups, and it repeats. It's not that you're never going to break from this. You are. This is just to kind of make it so that you become aware. This is something that's happening so that you can break that chain, break that cycle, and hopefully break free of those inner dialogues that are kind of keeping you tethered and tied and trapped. But overall, the theme of May is this card here, which is just a darkness. And darkness is not a bad thing. We rest when it's nighttime, when it's dark. This is when our body heals. This is when our mind can be quiet. Sometimes in dreams our subconscious can come out. So take the darkness for what it is, instead of pushing back and being feeling like you're absolutely trapped by the moments of darkness. Don't perceive it like that. Just like we don't get, I mean, obviously sometimes we do get frustrated when it's nighttime and we don't get done what we want to get done, but overall we kind of succumb to the reality that when nighttime comes, it's time to go to sleep, it's time to rest, it's time to allow our body to heal. So the month of May has that energy, a little bit of nighttime to it, but don't let it overwhelm you. Allow it to give you a moment to rest and heal, and offer you those moments to break any sort of cycles that you have been existing in, and really rest and rely on that personal sense of mastering your stability and your security. All right, Pisces, that is all I have for you for the month of May. I hope it brings you, I hope it keeps you well and keeps you in good spirits, and hopefully I will see you in the next one.